Hello everybody, Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Foundry. Rails and Reactors Update 4. Yeah, finally! Rails and Reactors. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm so stoked. These things look absolutely amazing back there. I can't wait to build them and put them into our world. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump in. Let's load up our old one here. I did start another one, but I'm gonna jump back into the one that I had before because I want to see what the changes are, and I want to show you guys what's changing right off at the bat. Okay, so we're right away. As soon as we jump into the world, we're met with this prompt: save game conversion. Okay, changes to shipping paths. Oh boy. Since the save game has been created, the game has changed the behavior in which shipping paths work. The ability to use the shipped items in both directions from station to planet and from planet to station at the same time has been removed. Oh. So does that mean you could have brought stuff up and down on the same pad before? Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. All your existing shipping paths will continue to work as configured, but you won't be able to configure the new shipping paths for items which move in both directions until you reset the existing paths. Interesting. We provide the option to disable this new behavior for existing save games. However, we strongly recommend going with the new rules as it increases the need for cargo shuttles and trains. Okay, well, let's put it on the new rules. Since the save game or whatever, blah blah blah. Shuttle cargo capacity has been reduced. Okay, well that's really garbage, but their speed has been increased. It all depends on how fast they go. Like now, if they're only bringing like 1,000 instead of like 2,000, but yet they're traveling only a fraction faster, is going to be super garbage. All your existing shuttles will have an old capacity, but the newly placed shuttles will have the new cargo size. Interesting. The new products to sell have been added to the galaxy. Okay, so there's new products to sell now. It will take up to 2 minutes until market share data refreshes. As extra cautionary, remember. Okay, well that's fine. We won't save it on the same one. We'll do what I did. I'll just save it over the other one. Okay, so first things first, let's go get a shipping pad. Let's see what they changed with that. Okay, so we got lots of room over here to check that out. So we'll just drop one of these down and let's go check out the amount. I knew it. They're only going to go up to 1,000 items. That's so garbage. So this is why they're nerfing these, so that way you'll use trains, huh? That's pretty much all the idea behind that. And then what's up with this? What can you do differently with this? Shipping pad transports wares from factory to here. Back. It seems the same. I don't know. I never really played a whole bunch with these anyway, so I didn't even know if you were able to do two things at once or whatever, but whatever, that doesn't seem much to change. All right, cool. Whatever. I guess we won't let that bother us too much since some of the old ones are still on old stuff, right? But I'd like to see how fast one of these ships go though. So first things first, we're gonna go into here. So we got trains, this neon decor. Okay, that's what you see in the trailer. So we get an assault robot, hazard robot, high-tech construction material. Okay, so that's probably what you're gonna need in order to make the other thing there. And then we got the scout robot assembly, Xeno power plant. Okay, what's the... Okay, do you need the parts for that? Okay, so let's research all this good stuff. We'll do that. Then we can do this. And then we'll do the robots afterwards, I guess. And then that will be all done. Then we'll just have the pump jack and mining efficiencies to continue doing. Other than that. All right, cool. We'll let that research. And then we'll set something up and we'll check these things out. We'll set up an area where we could just play and have a look at these things. Um, I might do a nice big platform over here, and we'll set up maybe some little train track thing, and just to see how they work, play around with them, understand the mechanics of them, and then kind of go from there. By the way, we haven't talked to BB in a long time, so I put him in the administration's office so he doesn't wander around all over the place, but we'll see what he has to say. Awesome. All right, so I guess he's got nothing new to say. They didn't give him nothing new. You can pet him. I've never pet him. Ah, robot's best friend. Oh, that's nice. I didn't even realize that was an achievement. Nice. Good stuff. All right, so we got the train stuff unlocked there so far. We got train loading station. We got train station. So we're probably gonna have one of those and one of those just to see what they're like, right? We got a tanker wagon. We got cargo wagon. So we'll do one of each. And then we got a train engine. We got some signals. Buy a few of those. And then tracks are just steel. Okay, let's go make a bunch of tracks. Okay, so here is the train station, I think. Does it say which one it is? Yeah, I think this one's the train station. Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be... That's the panel. They set the name of the station. Train limit, unlimited. Interesting. Okay. So I guess where you would board the train, maybe? Alright. Then we get the train loading station. Now, would this be the same thing as like an unloading station? Now, do they... Panels on that side. So is this where you put the tracks? Is on this side over here? There's like the tracks like a separate thing? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I see. And then something would probably... Oh, yeah, this probably extends the load into the train. Nice. Now... Okay, so you can fit to unload or load. Okay, that's cool. So it's the either load or unloading station. I like that. It looks like it carries a nice inventory size. I'm assuming these are going to be a full stack of whatever. So that would be 1,000, 2,000. So I'm assuming it's about 4,000 a trailer. That's not bad if that's what it is. I guess there'd only be one way to find out is by filling it up, right? Okay. What about bends and turns and stuff like that? How does this gonna work? Okay, so you do have... Okay. Alright, so it bends for you. That's kind of nice. Then I guess you can make some really nice curvies and stuff like that with it. Okay, that's neat. Now, say if we just go and we bring it up like this, and then can you continue on from? Oh, you're gonna have to do something like that. Okay, interesting. So you're gonna have to go on to that last one and bring it around. Obviously that's too much of a turn for that. Okay, all right, it's pretty good. So the turns have to be relatively quite wide. Makes sense. Very G. If we go like this, it won't be enough to correct itself. I'd have to go back even more. Interesting. It's gonna be fun to play with anyways, like to really design your own tracks and stuff like that. Like, seems pretty good so far when it comes to designing the track wise. That's not too bad. Cool. All right, so what else do we got here? We got the train, we got a cargo wagon, and then we got these things, and then there's also the signals I want to check out too. Put those there for now. Okay, so we can put the train, doesn't matter. This is, we'll choose what direction it's gonna go. Okay. So if you want it to go clockwise or counterclockwise, so you can put that there. And then Either that or that is going to fit there. Okay. So obviously the connectors at the top don't change. It's only the type of trailer is going to change. That's cool. I wonder if well, obviously the quantity is going to change if it's a tanker, right? Because then it should go to like liters kind of thing. I'm assuming if that's what it was going to be. Say if I, does that really change anything? Nope. Shut down, start. So it doesn't really read the inventory probably until it starts unloading whatever it's unloading. That could be a thing. So they got conveyor belts there. What if it was a liquid? Where do you bring in the liquids? Huh? Is that what those pipes up here are for? Maybe those are connector pipes? Is that what those are? No. How do you get liquids into there? If it was going to be a liquid tanker. Dude, then maybe does this change? Like, is there a way to change the state of this thing? Like, if I go and I take you off right quick. Okay, right here. So you got gases and liquids and solids. Okay, so right off the bat, you have to choose which one it is. Okay, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. So in the gases one, what would that look like? Obviously, you're gonna have tubes here instead. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, all right. And what about the milliliter rate? And they got to show you a fill rate too on how fast it fills. Interesting. Curious to wondering how many milliliters per tank. Interesting. We'll have to find that out eventually as well. Okay, okay. So if we're gonna have multiple stations, we're gonna have to put like another one down here or something, right? Just to see how it reacts to stations. Let's get another one of these in here. Well, that's pretty cool. As long as you have a decent flat spot against it, you can put it at a train station. Oops, I messed that one up. There you go. We'll just leave it like that for now, just to see if we can get the train to go around in a circle. Call this one 2. We'll set this to number 1. Okay, unlimited. What happens with this? Is this... Oh. Configure schedule. All right, so add stop. Stop. Add stop to save. And then go apply. Current station. All right, that's good. And then... Right. And left. Great. Interesting. And enable autopilot. Okay, is there an autopilot? Where's autopilot? Fly, stops. Maybe because they don't have any cargo, is that it? Oh, add condition. Okay. Inactive seconds. Wait until full. Wait until empty. Wait seconds. 0 seconds. And or okay. Edit. What if I did this? That and that. Then I want to apply. Oh, and then here's your auto. Okay. So that would just go. Oh man, we're going. We're on the train. Choo choo. Oh, it's pretty quick. Damn. Okay, so it didn't stop there. Why you no stop? It didn't. Heading to 2. Okay, so you're gonna stop at 2 this time? So that's 1. This one's 2. Oh, probably because it's not on the right or what? It should have stopped at 2, no? Why you no stop it? You know like to? Current destination. Why is it just fly by too? Heading to 1. Yeah, I get it. Condition. Oh, because we're telling it not to wait, right? So yeah. So you probably have to put trailers on it and stuff like that to make it start and stop. So let's like 30 seconds maybe. Then condition 30 seconds and see if that does anything. Fly. So which train station? We're at the first train station. So let's see if it waits 30 seconds. Looks like it's waiting a lot longer this time. Maybe 30 seconds was too long. There you go. Now she's going. Are you gonna stop over here? Since I gave you a directive. Oh, there you go. Slowing down, slowing down. Okay, so you got to give it permissive. All right, so that's good. That's good to know. Awesome. All right, so that's pretty neato. I'm liking this so far. Then we just got to figure out what the signals are for, right? So how do these work? So you're gonna put them on any straight stretch. Can you? What do these signal indicate? Signal cannot split a track signal. This causes overlapping tracks. Oh, can you split a track here? Is that a thing? Let me get some tracks here. If I wanted to split this off. Oh, babe, tabber wet. Look at that. No way. Okay. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that to connect there like that. It's good like that, though. Ooh. You could do like a figure 8 and have it turn the other way around. Interesting. So I guess if I had like you put a signal here, right? Probably something, because it's all going to be depending on which way your direction you're going to be going. Okay, that makes sense. So you can have the flow of direction going like this, so that way it goes like that. I'm just playing around. I gotta find out how these things work. Okay. Signal can split tracks on it. This can cause overlapping tracks or loop connect both sides of the signal. So is this one messed up too, or is that one okay? Yeah, it's probably because I have like the loop going in the same direction, maybe. Like if I wouldn't had it going across. I'm just telling you that it's not finished. I like that. Yeah, there's no way I could get it. That's a pretty harsh turn that I took there. Interesting. Okay, so what if I did like a cross, like that? Yeah, we'll just have it go out like this. And then come back into here like this. Just for fun. Now, we got a crossover. No. Okay, so one side or the other is going to dictate direction. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So we want the flow of direction to go that way and this way, right? Now, is that correct? Okay. If more than one train is using the same track or station, train signals should be used to avoid collisions. Train signals are attached to a side of a train track and they split the track into a track segment before and after the signal. Trains will not enter. Okay, so I need to put a before and an after by the looks of it, right? Is that what that is? The trains will kind of like wait here kind of thing. Is that what that is? Okay, so train would be green going that way. But if there's a train that's here, it was probably going to stop because it's going to read the other one going by? Question mark. Say if I put a train here, it's in the zone, right? Okay, so now it's red. That's red. That's still green. So because that one is no longer on the track, that one over there turned green. But if I were to put this guy here and maybe this guy here before track, still showing green and green. Wonder if they would just stop. Here, I'm gonna program this one to go back on automatic schedule. Add stop. One. Waiting for clear path. So is this one reading that or how does this work? Okay, and then we're just gonna go. Path should be clear. You should be able to go. Okay, so you just came in and hit them. You didn't care. Well, you're not really programmed, right? You're just told to go forward. So why won't you go? Your way should be clear. Okay, align with station. Perfect. Configure. Wait 5 seconds. Blah blah blah. Autopilot. So you should go. Okay. And then you're gonna come in here. Max speed, and you're always gonna turn right. See if I can keep you going in that rough direction. It was maybe a mistake. Look how fast that's going. Okay. Is he going too fast for that one to go, or probably, right? Because there's nothing really telling this one to slow the freak down, right? You would think. Hmm. And what happens when there's no rail? They just stop. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if they would have been programmed if I like would have had said one like programmed to another station or something, right? Let me go like this, fix this. We'll grab another station over here. Okay, we're gonna put this one over here and we're gonna call this one 3. 3, save. Okay. Now we're gonna put you'd want to be able to stop it before this one gets to there, right? You would think. But anyways, we're gonna put you down over here. You're gonna go from 3 to 2. That's what I want you to do. So we're gonna configure you. 2 save. Add stop. 3 save. Condition 5 seconds. Condition 5 seconds. Fly autopilot. Okay, so he's still waiting there. Why are you waiting there? Because it should be clear. Like you're on the same track going the same direction. You think that that would be okay. Is it this one that's wrong? I don't know. Okay, so that signal stopped him from going forward. Maybe I need one over here too, those signals. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe I need signals for going onboarding and offboarding. Like that would make sense. So maybe do this here, right? We make that a section. Then we go from here to here. We make that a section. We got that section, that section. But that should really be the only ones that you really need, right? Think of it like you'll slow down, but you shouldn't slow down because the way is clear. And then he's gonna stop. No? Okay. That's good. So I'm missing something. Ah, there we go. I got it. Smart man. Okay, so you do need an entry and exit to like the areas. So because there's another crossing here and I had a crossing here, these two kind of have to like be okay. So as soon as he makes it past his segment, he's gonna go. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I'm getting this. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm so burnt out, eh? Coolness. All right. All right. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Now we just got to figure out how many items we need to put on these. So, and how many trains can? Okay, now you're all stuck here. What's up with this? So you're gonna want to make sure that your loops aren't too close together, because if they're too close together, you're probably gonna having things like this happen, right? So I wonder if it'd be better just to have like separate lines go everywhere. So you would do just kind of like a loop backwards. So like so I would just do a line reversing going that way, I guess. And then they would do like a maybe like a loop to loop at the end or something and then come back. Then you could avoid maybe using, well no, you would still be able to do that, but you would use these for when you're coming back on the track before your next thing. Yeah, that's possible. But it's working. You know what I mean? Like took me a few minutes to figure it out, but it is working. Very nice, very nice. Not bad. Now are you gonna continue all, okay, you're gonna continue there because that's where you needed to go. Awesome. All right, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. All right. So now, what do we start with? Man, because we got so much stuff to bring on trains here. Like, right? Like, um, what would be something good to move? Maybe if we do something like this, okay? Since this has to be traveled over there to the production line, I'm wondering if we make like a loading station here. And then we can, oh, that's another thing I didn't check out was elevation. How does elevation work? Do we have like an up and down function is another thing I was thinking about, right? So total length. So drag plane E. Oh, look at that. I think this is it. Is this working? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, that looks pretty sick. That looks nice and smooth. Cool. Cool. I'm liking this. Okay, so that means we can obviously do elevation. That's beautiful. Oh, game just crashed. I tried to delete a whole train section stuff and it just died. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna go and put down these xenocasters. That's what they're called over here. I'll put one here. And we're gonna put these on line. There, we'll put one there. All right, let's build these things and see what they do. All right, so casting wall. All right. So where I'm standing is going to be an output, input. Okay, curious to see what this input is going to be. What the hell is this thing? Liquid metals from the blast furnace and just very. Oh, this comes from the blast furnace. What? Building. This building process liquid metals from the blast furnace into various metallurgical products like plates and rods. What? No. What? Is that gonna replace like you see the size of the tube that was back there? The power's at the back. There's a screen there. That looks like a data cable. The size of the tube trips me out. It really, really does. And the only reason why I'm gonna build it there, I'll end up probably deconstructing it later. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because like the exit tube is this. So like why go from a small tube to a bigger one unless like you could put that into like a storage container and suck it out of the storage container kind of thing, but that would seem just kind of redundant to be able to like store liquid metal in a big bin. You'd think it would just all slag up, right? I'll let this build and I'll check it out and then I'll maybe see about splicing that off and throwing it in there to see like how it furnishes and fill rate and all that crap. Because if this does the same thing as all of that, well, you know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to like remove all of this just to put in these damn things. But then that's a good thing because then you're getting the proper outflow, right? Of each thing. So interesting. Man, this is mind-blowing. Liquid intake pipe. What? Draws in water when placed. Oh, what? So we got big intake pipes now too instead of the small ones? Oh my god. That's a huge game changer, that too. Okay, that's awesome. So in the decor blocks we got all these neon things. That's kind of neat. We're gonna have to check those at one point or another. And then decorate the base with them. Kind of neat. A nice green glow all over the place with the lights and everything that I got going on over there and the green. Yeah, look cool. All right, so now that's not gonna get built because we have to go make something else. I just dawned on me that we have to go make these things. Super alloys, high-tech machine parts, rubber, and circuit boards. The high-tech machinery parts, are we actually making those? Or is that something new? High-tech robot parts. Okay, that's going to be something we're going to have to add on to the thing. Yeah, we're making those. Okay, interesting. All right, so we got ourselves a new container over here and a nice new little platform where we're going to go and pull off the materials that we need here so that way we can make the new types of stuff, these special construction pieces. Boom, high texture construction materials. That's what we need. All right, so got a bunch of these things made now. Do 10 of them, I guess. Nice. We got the power plant unlocked now. They changed the sound of how things go down. Sounds like they changed the sound on how things are placed. I like it. I like it. It sounds very, very kind of arcadey. I like it. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's program all these things, making these high-tech components. Okay, so now we're gonna feed it a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so it holds only 200. That means these exits are gonna pop off, right? Oh yeah. Damn it, huh? Would you look at that? Wow. All right. I wish they would have came out with these damn things before I did all this. Man. Oh, it just sucks. It just really sucks. It's gonna make for the setup really nice though. Like, don't get me wrong, you're gonna be able to all of this turns into that, which freaks me right out. Absolutely wow. Okay. The more and more I'm like going through this, I'm like, man, I almost want to start a new map. All right, so let's keep playing around with this stuff because I wanna keep it going here. All right, so now we got the rubber and the chips hooked up into here. Now we just got to go and get the high-tech machinery parts and the super alloy. I'm gonna need some elevators. Hey, look at that! I got some. Oh, even the delete sound got changed. Wow, that's pretty cool. There we go. Now that's upstairs. Now we just got to go and grab the parts from here. So we got these to grab. Yeah, the super alloys are right here. Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, I really like that deleting sound now. Sounds really good. All right, that's not too bad. That worked. Now we got the super alloys down here. Almost excellent. That's gonna go downstairs. Gonna populate our belt. Now we just gotta put them inside. And then also make the exit so that way we can start sending these things away. So make it here. 150. Wow, these things take massive amounts of resources. I didn't realize that. Whoa. Probably gonna not need all of these. Okay, so I'm not getting in those super fast, question mark. What's going on with that? Okay, well that's not cool. We're gonna fix that right away. There we go. That should help. Oh, that amazing. Oh, there we go. We got a whole bunch being made. Damn, that makes a lot in one shot. That's cool. Very G. Oh, I'm going up decently. I'm content with that. Good stuff. Now the only thing that's slow coming in right now is the chips, and I'm not 100% sure why this isn't coming in full. I went and checked, and everything seems kind of fine, but maybe we're just not producing enough. That's fine. I have to figure some way to make a second line or whatever. I'll figure it out. Okay, so while those things are being created, we can go and have a look at the next building that we want to make. Reactor fuel mixer base, xenoreactor base, a steam generator. Ah, no. High pressure turbine base, cooling tower base. OMG. All right, let's have a look at our F1 here and see if there's anything in here about that. Buildings and machines. Xeno power plant is a powerful energy production facility made up of multiple modular buildings. It can be easily scaled up or down based on the power demand of your factory. Xenocrystals and charged xenocrystals are essential component for the creating of reactor fuel. So ensure you have a steady supply chain support your growing power needs. Okay. I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't require those things over here that we made last time. The power shard things there, those, man, the cores, the power cores. That kind of sucks. All right, well, let's keep reading. So the diagram, maximum utilization. Okay, ignium enriched water, of course, right? Reactive briquettes. So that's what you put in there, and this is what the outcome of that's going to be. Okay, and then you put that in the fuel mixer. That goes into the reactor. You know, water turning into steam. The steam you got to send out to the turbines for power, but then depleted reactor what? And then cooling. So you have to send steam forward to the reactor and to the turbine? So whatever you're doing here is you're just making a furnace to create steam? Well, not even. Cooling towers. Xeno reactor is the heart of the facility. It requires reactor fuel mix from a reactor fuel mixer to operate. The reactor has a utilization target that must be set manually on its screen panel. This target determines how much reactor fuel mix is consumed and how much energized reactor compound is produced. It can be adjusted in steps of 10% from 0 to 100 at any time, allowing the scale based factor. Okay. Steam generator. The energized compound produced by the Xeno reactor is fed into a steam generator. Okay, that's fine. The generator then produces high pressure steam and the depleted reactor compound. Oh, and it depleted. Okay, so it's got like um a waste. Okay, which can be fed back into the xenoreactor to increase efficiency. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you don't have a waste that you have to deal with. You just gotta send it back in. Fine. Use a pipeline liquid intake to draw in large amounts of water. So I'm assuming that goes into the steam turbine like they showed up here. Okay, so the combination of this stuff here going into here is going to create power for your turbines. Well, flow for your turbines or whatever, and then they'll turn and make your power. Okay. Turbines and cooling tower. A high pressure steam is consumed by multiple high pressure turbines to generate power. The higher the utilization targets of the xenoreactor, the more turbines are required to fully process a reactor's output. One turbine is 10% reactors. Okay, so if you wanted 100%, you need 10 turbines. Cool. These turbines also create exhaust steam as a byproduct, which can be safely dispersed via cooling towers. One cooling tower per 5 turbines. So 2 cooling towers for 10. Okay. This is interesting. I wonder how much space this is going to take. The ignium enriched water is kind of a shitty deal, though. But I can I think I can fix something up with that. All right, so let us make. We need one fuel mixer. Is that gonna make like the full amount of what we're gonna need? Okay, so we got new compounds here. We got xenocrystal sludge, reactive briquette, and reactor fuel mix. So is this what you have to feed into the mixer, right? And then it's going to get you briquettes. The briquettes are going to go into the reactor, or not even. Like, what the hell is? Okay, this is in the reactor, so I need to make this in distillation columns. Okay. And then we process that through a casting machine. All right. And then we put all that and the, wow, what a setup. What a setup, man. That's wild. And then the fuel mix that you make is 432,000. Wild. That's like almost a full tank in one shot of reactor crap that you're making. Like, would you want to even store that reactor stuff? Like, as like, like in between the process? Or you just want to feed it directly into there? It probably would take all of it in one shot, right? As it's being made. Okay. Xenocrystals and charged xenocrystals. And alumic acid. Wow. That's a hell of a thing to put together. My God. I guess I can kind of cheat a little bit because we have alumic acid already made. We can take that and we'd have to do something with the xenocrystals and charged xenocrystals, which shouldn't be much of a problem because we have xenocrystals over here. They are being done here at the bottom. And then they come out here, right? So I'd probably have to splice off of this. Like, just do this as an example. Bam, go like that. It's not exactly how that would be placed, but... And then do the same thing, I guess, off of this one here. That one goes up, though, which is fine. Because then we could probably maybe pull off of there instead, right? And then maybe we can get this one to go into an elevator somewhere here. Or bring a line up here. And have an elevator go here. And then we can skip both of them here. Then over this, we could probably make a really nice big long platform because the alumic acid is this one? No. Okay, so here's the alumic acid one. That looks like it's going down pretty rapidly. You don't make anything over here or what? Oh, that's empty. Oh, that's why it's going down. Well, that's another problem to solve. Damn it. That's these. No. That's that row all the way down here, right? Yeah, it means that thing is empty. It's not empty. They're just too far. Well, it's not exactly empty, but it's not exactly full either, right? So this one is gonna have to get replaced really soon. Maybe we do something like that. Would be a little bit intelligent. Yeah, there's not a lot of guys here either, so. Yeah, well, whatever. Shit, huh? I might even leave that one there. Okay, so we might be able to get away with a small little setup here just to have a look and see what this is all about here. Okay, so let's go to here. Okay, so we'll put all the parts to the reactor here first, and then we'll go and we'll make some distillation columns. We'll set up a little factory here with all the crystals and everything and whatever. And we'll because we're getting that juice right here. They're the where's there the xeno, yeah, that stuff right here, whatever juice that was that we needed here. What was that called? Bad memory. Alumic acid. So this is alumic acid that's in here, so we could just like steal that off a little bit, call it a day, and put it in here through our little distillation column things. And I'm just gonna do one row just to see like how all this works. I'm not like I don't want to make a million stuff here, but anyways, yeah. So let me go do that. Make 6,000 per minute each one. So if I do 5, that'd be 30,000 per minute. That should be fine. Just throw one down just to see which way the all the materials got to go in. Gonna make this stuff. So where does that go in? The aluminum acid's gonna go there. And the material output is gonna be at the back. Okay. Okay, so that seems pretty good. All the aluminum acid is in. Now we just got to bring this stuff over. Oh, am I a tard? Did that go the opposite way? It did too. You so funny, Bog. There we go. That's beautiful. Now we just gotta splice off of this thing and send those guys upstairs. Oh, could just do that too, right? Yeah, why not? Sounds like a good idea. You guys are all gonna go this way. Y'all gonna go there. And you guys are gonna be making me the mixer stuff. Now we go look at the next thing here, right? Briquettes. Okay, so it's 3,000 per casting machine. He's still. Hmm? Are you getting back crystals? What? Really? Is that a thing? There's like a yeah, you get a byproduct of crystals and xenocrystal. Okay, so whatever the byproduct is, you could send back into here to help furnish the line, I guess. Sure. Okay, and those are put into casting ones, right? And if these things are making 6,000, then that means I can go to 10 casting machines. All right, let's go get some casting machines here. These don't make an extra smoke byproduct, do they? No, they don't. Oh, even better. Now, I do remember seeing them talking about a drone. I wonder if that drone is in here. Doesn't. Construction drone. Yeah, look at that. So we're going to need 10 scrap, 20 of those, 1 core, and some scrap, some power ones, and some cores. Okay. I got this. All right, so back here. Now, there we go. And then buy another 20 voxels. Buy another 20. Oh, I need to get a damaged one. What? Do I have any in a chest somewhere? I gotta go find one damaged one. Those suck. All right, so after a little while, I finally found a core. Let's get the last one. Nice. How does that drone work? See. Damn, son. Wow, okay. Okay, so it goes through whatever you have here. Is your guy okay? He doesn't hold anything in his hand, but oh yeah, that's cool. How far can we go? That's kind of fun. That's still not bad. That's some pretty good distance. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Now with these casting machines, let's just throw one down for the moment, and then we can have a look at the at what's what. So we need these little reactive bricks. It's gonna take the stuff in that side, huh? Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna go something like this, and then that way we can put in all the juice from the back end here. And on this side here, we can do 3 exits, and the last one will be going into the mixer, and the first 2 exits will be the stuff that are bringing the crystals to here, and we can recycle our crystals. I think that sounds like a good idea. There we go. So the bottom row will connect here, and the top one will connect there. So I think that should be fine. And then so that should be that. Now we just got to connect the juice here. There we go. We got 2 of those going. Go. There's another one. 4 and 5. Beautiful. Now I'm assuming we just got to program these things so that way they know what they're making. There. How fast do these get made? Not bad. Not too bad. Oh boy. Okay, no, that's not good. What the F? Oh, what the F? What? I'm confused. Is it a % chance to get one of those? Yeah, look at that. It is too. So it's a % chance. OMG. Wow. Okay. Okay, so the first time in the game, I'm actually going to have to use these filters. Never ever had to use these. Cool. All right, can you copy these things here? Apparently you can. Nice. All right, so that's a little bit better. Now we got all of these programmed properly. Now the briquettes are going to come out here, and then I think we're going to have them put into a big chest. There you go. That's a beautiful. Now, will these go down in that? Okay, they will. That's good. Dope. All right, that's cool. So now all these briquettes have to come in here. So which is the right way facing? Well, let's put that there like that. And then we'll grab our building thing and we'll have a look. I'm in the front there. Conveyor input, pipeline input, pipeline output. Okay, so wherever the plus is on this is where the exit is. So we want to flip this around. Now when we go build it, the conveyor output is on this side where the chest is, which is good. Guess we'll go input here and output there. Start the construction. All right, so now once we get this thing built, we have to bring over ignium enriched water. Amazing. All right, well, this is pretty awesome. That looks pretty cool. All right, so the ignium rich water is going to go in, and on the outside we're going to get all that beautiful fuel. All right, okay, and then here is where we're going to be able to put the exit to this. Now I think the ignium enriched water, we're just going to do like a little cheapette system right here, and then send it into this pipe here, because we're not really making that anywhere. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Now, if I remember from upstairs, the chemical processors here, they process that stuff pretty quick. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, so now we just gotta get these things some water, and then we'll be making that stuff. Now, if I connect that, that should be powered. And we gotta start this bad boy up. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. That's good. That's good. So the exit part is up there. So let's see about getting the other part out now. What is it? This, the reactor is what we need. And it's going to be the steam generator, depleted reactor compound. Okay, so this has to go back. So yeah, so the exit port will be here. So we'll be able to fuel whatever's there. The depleted stuff will come back into here. And then the liquid that we pump out can just go into there. That sounds good to me. All right, now we can start with the steam generator. So put the steam generator here. The back end. We'll input the energized compound there. We'll input the water there. The output steam will be on the bottom. And the depleted reactor compound can go here. That sounds good. Now we're going to work on the turbine here. High pressure turbine. So on this side, we'll go the pipeline output. Oh yeah, that's the outputs on that side. What's this? Input and output. What are we outputting? Well, the bottom one, top one is the input, bottom one is the output. So I don't know what the hell I'm outputting. What are you outputting after the steam? Okay, high pressure steam. So that's going to go into a turbine now. All right. And this one is the cooling tower. Bam. Now the cooling tower is going to get done. That's good stuff. Good stuff. So, wow, that's so big. Oh, that's crazy. I know this is kind of a weird place to put it, but it'll do fine. We'll be good here. But like I said, this is just check it all out and see what it's all about, right? Like, man, so cool. All right, so I'll be back when all this is done. All right, everybody. So before the sun rises there, this is what it looks like at night. Looks pretty nice. All nice and lit up. Pretty cool. Now do remember that this is like the bare minimum setup. Every one of these turbines is 10% of the output of your reactor. So technically, if you wanted 100%, you'd want 10 of these and 2 coolers, or even like 5 of these with the 1 cooler, right? So, but we're gonna go slowly turn all this on and see what happens and how much power this actually generates, right? So, okay, so this one was on already because we're making the juice, right? Yes, juice is going in here. You are producing, so we're gonna put you at 10% because we only have the 1, right? That's what it told us to do. Oh, you can go in here? No, let's check this out. What? There's a goldfish in there? What the hell? There's a fishy. Oh, that's so cool. All right. All right, so now we're on the outside there. All right, so anyways, that is going to produce all of our stuff. That's going to go into here. We're going to turn that on. Does this need power? Is there a little power knobby on this thing? Not seeing any. Speed missing inputs. What am I missing there, bud? So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to destroy all this, and I'm going to put in the bigger one. There we go. So now we put the big bad one on there. We'll see how that one works. A lot more water anyways. That's good. Well, see if that helps the turbine thing. I think I might have messed it up. I think that's it. Yeah, see, that's the garbage. Yeah, output fuel, input. Yeah, see, I messed it up. I gotta switch these two pipes around. Ah! Well, at least I found out what's going on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. So the max power is 36 megawatts. Okay, so if I were to put like the five of them, I guess, right? Probably produce more. Interesting. You I wonder if you're producing 100 and like 100 and what? Oh, what's this? Oh, nighttime has happened. There we go. There we go. So 150 megawatts maybe. You had 5 and 10, maybe you got like 360, something like that. Everything seems to keep up pretty nicely too, so you probably easily could go 5 on that little cheap setup that I have here. I have to move everything forward though, but anyways, I'm not going to do that here. I just wanted to see how this all looks like when it's running. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Turbines inside are nice and moving. It looks dope. Not a lot of moving parts on this whole thing though. Like now what I oh there okay, there's the steam. I was wondering when I was gonna see some steam coming out the top here. Cool. But overall I think it looks pretty dope. I like the design of it. It's very nice and futuristic. Very cool stuff. Totally giving me new vibes to start over and have fun with it. You know what these things remind me of? They remind me of the things in Star Wars. You know, the little generators that they had in the background and the AT walkers were going to, and they had to destroy them when they were on Hoth. That's exactly what these things look like to me. Crazy stuff. All right, well, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode, everybody. We got to play around with a bunch of the new stuff there, so I'm pretty happy about that. It gives me a lot of inspiration to maybe want to start over and do something different for the next map. Especially looking at these buildings, they look just so amazing. And the fact that we also, I want to go back to the other one over here for a second. And actually how brutally game changer this machine is. um it's crazy, absolutely crazy that you don't have to do a massive like setup like this, and it's all right there. So that makes a really clean setup as well, because then now you got 3 production lines per each, right? So man, I'm just loving it, totally loving it. I think it looks great, looks amazing. And then I can't wait to get everything going with trains and having trains flying around all over the place. That's going to be dope too as well. So, yes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.